Okay, so we're going to do a short Canva tutorial on how to do a graphic for a Twitter post. Should be pretty simple to do here. There's some options you can do inside Canva. This is the educational professional one account, so it's an upgrade from the basic account. Most teachers get them for free. Canva's got different levels, but it's still a great, easy tool to use for your graphic design needs. And let's start with a Twitter post, and we're going to look at some templates. So you got quote post, event post, Twitter post. Let's see what the Twitter post does right here. So we've got some templates down here. You can kind of see what they look like. These will bring in the graphics that you see. So if you click special cell, all that will be on your screen. Let's just do a blank one for now. Say we're starting from scratch and we got our Twitter post. It's a blank screen. And I want to do some graphics. We're going to start off with some photography or some photos. So I'm going to click photos over here and I can type in baseball for say baseball. So I got different options on baseball here, and some of them are cool, some of them are not. I'm looking for maybe a baseball player that I can kind of use right here. This is a good one. So notice when I click it, it puts it right in there for me. Let's try something here, something that's new to me, and I want to see if this works. So what we want to do is we want to click this button here called Edit Photo, and we can do a little work with this. Now, first thing I'm going to try is background remover. Boom, you got your background right there. You got the guy sliding into the first base. We can do some adjustments to it, temperature balance, change the brightness, vibrance, color, sharpness. We can also crop it. So let's say I want to crop it, and I want freeform crop, or I can do a 1:1 crop, or I can do a 16:9 crop. The freeform crop is probably what most people are doing. So we just want the guy sliding. I want to drag it up a little bit. Let's get that shoe out. Right there. We can kind of, that's going to be close enough for us. And then we're going to hit done. And now we got our guy sliding into the base right here. Pretty cool. And all these graphics are on Canva. You can use them as you need. Let's say baseball, hitter, batter, hitter. Those are some good ones. They're little kids kind of things. Let's take this guy right here. Let's do the same. Let's see if we can get let's see how the background remover kind of works on him. It's a pretty cool tool, fairly intuitive. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to drop him right there. And notice we're making layers here. We're just making layers. So I got a couple of graphics in there. If I want to look at like a logo, I could always go to photos. I can click uploads, and you'll see some of the things I've uploaded here, but I can click upload files. I can go to any folder in which I have files. I don't think I have anything in here. Sorry about that. And I hit open, and it'll bring that into the file. So if I have an upload here, it'll store it right here for future projects. So, I could put a QR code, or I could put my logo for my team in here, shrink it down. That's our Roar TV logo. And then that kind of finishes the graphic aspect of this. If you want to change the color of the background, you just kind of go here and you can pick your stuff, and pick your colors. There's gradients. There's other, things out here that'll work. So, we like this one right here. Let's use that one there, kind of show that. We're going to drag him down a little bit, make it kind of even, make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. Now we want to add some text, and so here's where we're going to add a text box. We can do heading, subheading a little bit. We can do some of the stuff down here, or we can just type in. We can just hit text, add a text box, and type in, Roar TV. And notice it's very simple and plain. But when I go up here, I can change to all of my fonts. Right there. If you have a font from your brand kits or whatever, that's a little different story. I'm not much familiar with uploading brand kit stuff, so there may be a tutorial out there for that. So we got Roar TV here, and I want to mess with the size. I can also click in here and just type it in. You can make it larger. You can also click and drag it. If I click off here, I can make it bigger and smaller like that. It keeps its proportions fairly well. So I'm going to be right here, and now I can also do some effects to that. I can make it, give it a little, shadow box, or and you can mess with the intensity on these. You can also animate it for some of the Twitter posts. You can animate it here. That way when it flips, you get a little bit of stuff like that when they pop it in. You can do that same thing with your photos. If you hit the animate, you can make it do a lot of different things. So the animate button's up here. That's the position. You can click and drag or whatever. Your copy style, you're going to copy it or whatever. Transparency, if you want to make it back transparent or whatever. You can play with some of these. But the basic stuff's right here, and then once you get your thing in, your stuff in there, you can go back to text and you can add, a subheading, and that gives you the subheading look. Friday night, 7 p.m. Okay, then you can click on this and drag it wherever you want to drag it. Okay, you can also change all the stuff about the text up here. Lots of things you can do with that. You can lock it here so you don't mess with it later. If you like it locked in place, you can lock all of these things so you don't accidentally click and drag them. It's pretty simple. If I were to fill in with one of these, you're kind of stuck with what they do. They're a little harder, but you could put your logo there. Anything you make in Photoshop or Illustrator, you can import in here as a PNG for transparency backgrounds, or you can import, so any text or graphics or logos, photos you've done in Photoshop or Illustrator, you can save them as a PNG, upload them using the upload feature, and they're all in here. That's some of the stuff I do. So you're ready to export it and share it on Twitter or whatever. We click the share button up here. We can share it straight to our Twitter if that's linked, or some other social medias, or you can hit download and you can pick like MP4. JPEG will have no transparency behind the original photo. PNG, if this area in the background were white, it'd probably be clear. So you can pick your poison here on JPEG or PNG. You can also do a PDF, SVG if you're dealing with animated. If you made an animation, you want to make this an MP4 or a GIF, you click here and you do that and you click download, and it's going to download and it's going to give you a pop-up of where you want to save to on your computer. Real easy to do from start to finish. So I think there's a lot of tools here that we didn't cover, but this is the basics. This is what you need. If you got any questions, let me know. This has been a little short Canva tutorial.